Oh, now it's on. Okay. Okay, we're a little late starting. The Sewer and Water Commissions apologize for that delay. This is the Monday, September 19th meeting of the Historic District Commission. I'm Martha Ball. I'm the Vice Chair, Acting Chair this evening. If we could start at that end of the table and introduce ourselves, please. Arlene Tunney.
Bill Cook.
Katie McManus.
Mark Valencourt.
And I think if we're not speaking, we should have the green light off to avoid feedback. We've never quite figured out how to make this work. We're a work in progress with new technologies involved. I'm not going to read the little blurb at the beginning because I don't think we need it. The first application is Dwayne and Keisha Brown. Are you representing for yourselves? Who's representing?
We're here and Jake is my office. So if you have any questions.
Okay, well, normally we simply have the applicant come and tell us what they want to do, explain to us, just a brief overview. And either you or the architect, perhaps, whoever's got the most experience in this.
So, well, good evening, everyone. Dwayne Brown.
Thank you.
So we're looking to do a addition, a 513 on the property. As you can see, 20 by 30. The upstairs. Do you want me to go through the what you?
Do they all have this?
We have, I think so, we'd like the plans, actually. The plans mean more to a lot of us. Because as you know, we're concerned with how it looks, not really with what you're doing. So you can explain just where it's going to be and how it's going to look and how it fits into the
So
island
if you
vernacular.
want to just basically read located to where it's going to be, and then they're going to have questions of what type of windows.
Okay. So I'll just read through
Mhm,
this.
Yeah,
All right.
basically just the summary of what we're doing.
Okay, all right, so the property is located in the Old Harbor Commercial Zone and has a lot area of 12,632 square feet. There exists on the property an existing building with a business use and single family dwelling. The Browns family is proposing to construct a new wood frame mixed use building with an area for storage or equipment and vehicle garage, an office for myself, and storage for my appliances. And then a residential structure on top with a 1-bedroom sitting area, family use. And then on the first floor, accessory apartment.
First floor would be the 513.
Yep.
And then, yeah, all of our calculations are within. So the coverage OHC zone is 50% of the lot area. The existing building has a building footprint of 1,540 square feet. The proposed building will have a building footprint of 680 square feet. including the exterior stairway. The existing 12 by 18 shed on the property may be removed, but we include the shed's building footprint in these calculations, and then we have the calculations.
Yeah,
We're
okay,
we're not
that's all,
zoning.
that's
so-
all good and
Oh,
well.
okay, okay.
We'd
Um,
rather have it be in conformance so you don't have to come back to us,
Sure,
but that's not our
right.
purview.
As far as to present to this board, you just need to know windows. Did you bring anything regarding the windows in here?
We have a complete set of plans. I think everyone
Yeah,
has
does
them.
it have a window schedule of what the window specs are and such?
I think, yeah.
There is,
Why don't we, ooh,
there's a window schedule on the drawings here.
why don't we start with an overall design of what the building's going to look like? That's what we really are interested in. And then we
Okay.
get to the detail.
It's it has two, what I would call Nantucket dormers on either side, double hung windows, and will be cased with historic sill. 5/4 by 4 on the sides, 5/4 by 6 on the top. If you guys wanted to see like a crown capital or something adhering to, adjacent properties, we can do that. I don't think the homeowners are stuck on any particular way, just to adhere to the HDC guidelines is really what we're looking for. And as you're looking for.
One thing, those would be shed dormers, not Nantucket dormers.
Right, I'm sorry. You're right, I'm sorry, they're just shed dormers.
You have to keep back
Got
away from it a bit.
Pacemaker in there or something? Are there any questions from the board based off of what you guys see on the plans that we can?
Yeah, I have questions. There's a window that's under the staircase, and it's supposedly an egress window from the downstairs bedroom, but that's illegal. You can't have an egress window opening into a staircase. That's my one question. The other question is, you call it a garage, but it's only 12 feet deep. So what is it? There's no car that's going to fit in there.
Yeah, are you calling this whole structure a garage, or is the first floor is
first
gonna
floor,
be
The first floor.
is that the first floor gonna be the 513 or is upstairs?
Upstairs, the 513, the
Downstairs is
downstairs.
just storage?
storage.
Is there gonna be a vehicle in there?
Technically, no.
Okay, so it's.
No vehicle will fit in there unless it's a bike,
Well, I have my,
motorcycle or
yeah,
moped.
yeah, so we have we have quite a bit of bikes and
Or a
I,
generic.
a generic,
term, I
yeah.
guess, by calling it a garage. And to answer your first question, if you're looking on what elevation would show that gable, I don't believe, let me look before I
The
comment.
first page shows that gable end with that window that's behind the stair, which is on the
Yeah,
plan. It's on plan A1.
Yeah, and I don't
1-1.
believe it is, it's not directly under the stairs.
It is. And that's the only egress window you show from that bedroom, because the window
Oh,
that's
this
in the
one. Oh,
front
it
is
is
not an
right there.
egress window.
And there's the front one.
And my other question
Is
on
this
that
one not
floor
an
is that,
egress? So we can change that window. That says C. Will you go to the window schedule, please? We can change that window from. There we go. That's a D. No, why does it doesn't show it on, oh, that is a C. So we can change that.
I don't think any of these are egress, because it has to have 5.7 square feet of openable area. And I don't think a 210-40 has that. In fact, I'm sure 210-40 does not have that.
Yeah, and I'm sorry if I'm stumbling over these answers. This is only the second time I've actually looked at these. This was not my architect that did these, so I can't comment on what and why he chose these window sizes.
You're the builder? Or you- no?
I'm gonna help with the project.
All right, so you want me to take some notes in terms of,
Yeah, we
changing
need to speak with
Okay.
your architect about that egress issue.
okay,
The other thing is on the living dining on the first floor, the living room's only 5 feet wide. Right, 5 feet by 9 feet. That's a pretty small living room. For short people.
The floor plan.
You said the first floor is gonna be the 513 or the
second floor.
second floor is the 513?
Sorry, what living room are you?
On the first floor.
The first floor? You have a living room on the first floor?
Here. See this, yeah, but this is, no, this isn't 14, this is 7'5" to here and then 2'9". And then this is the kitchen here, so
That's the laundry room.
Oh, that's upstairs.
there's no laundry room on
That's
the first
upstairs.
floor.
Is that not the first floor plan?
What we just looked at was the second.
And what's this one?
First floor shows the garage that isn't a garage and the office.
Yeah, this one.
Okay, well, but what's actually being done in the building? It looks like you've got some code issues. Again, that's not up to us, but we don't want you to have to come back to us because you have to change these things. You're going to have to come back to us.
Right.
Do you want to just go back and fine tune it?
It looks like that's what we're gonna need to do.
Yeah.
So right now, the issues this board has are the window issues. Are there any design issues with the shed?
That's what I'm going to ask now.
Okay,
Does anyone have design issues? Because that's what we've got here before us. Does anyone have design questions, design issues? So what we're trying to do is not have to piecemeal this,
sure.
to have what you bring back to us be something that we can act on at the next meeting.
Should talk to the building official because the bedrooms require egress windows and neither one has it. So that means you're gonna have to change the size of the windows and that'll change what the building looks like, blah, 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 you know?
I have spoken to,
It's slab.
it's gonna be a slab. Yeah, what's his name?
Billy.
Billy.
So we, the homeowner needs to fix these windows sizes because as you said, that'll determine any
Yeah,
look of the location won't change, but the size may
right.
get a little bit bigger.
It may look better too, you know, bigger windows.
Very true. Okay,
And then
so,
we need to know, what the other information that's not on here is we require true divided lights, you know, or something that looks like true divided lights with a spacer in
Yeah.
between.
Yeah.
So that has to be,
noted on the specs, okay. No, I'm familiar with that. I believe Anderson does a.
yeah, they do. they do.
Yeah, yeah,
But it's not mentioned.
okay. All right, so you got some homework to do, and then unfortunately, we'll have to bother this board again, hopefully, next month. Is there anything else while he's doing homework, other than that window issue, that anybody has?
I don't have a problem with it, but as the problem as the pitch on the dom. Pitch enough.
Yeah.
Does it not do you guys require more than a certain pitch?
Well, if it's less than 1 and 4, then you really have to have rolled roofing, you know.
Well, right, I believe this is, if it's less than 3, it needs to be EPM or rolled. Am I right? And I'm surprised that, does this not spec the roof pitch?
It says on this, on the section, it says 4 and 12, but
Yeah, so that would meet the,
it doesn't look like 4 and 12.
so is that a,
And then the other says 14 and 12, and it certainly doesn't look like 14 and 12 for this.
I would say that looks,
14 and 12 is like the Gothic Inn, you know. almost.
sure, I would say it's at least, looks at least like a 12, but again, this is just a 3D rendering.
12 is just a right angle. That's not,
Yeah, but this is 14.
yeah.
In other words, it's going up
I-
14 inches for every 12
looks-
inches,
I
which
know
is
what
it means.
very
So-
unusual.
It looks like more than 12.
Right.
We don't want you to have things that don't meet code. That's our concern.
Right.
So just don't even call them stuff. It's not up to us what you put inside the building. But you're gonna have to meet the building code.
Right.
So that's where we are.
So let's go through this with Tom
Okay,
first before
okay,
we come back before the board.
all right.
And then in the interim, we'll remedy this. So being that we just spoke about that roof, is there anything on that roof that we need to note when we come back? Yeah, I believe it says 4.
Just be sure.
Okay. So the windows will clarify the roof. And the,
Yeah,
okay,
but that doesn't look like a 14 and 12 slope, you know?
When is our next meeting? October 22nd, 3rd, and Monday? October 24th. Okay, this is sewer meeting. No, this is because of the holiday, we had to switch the window one. We used to have this problem all the time. I'll work on that. Sure, we don't have that conflict again because I don't want to be pushing somebody else out and I don't want them to be crowded into the space that we normally have. So I have a motion to continue this until the next regular meeting, until the October meeting of the
So
Historic District
moved.
Commission. Have a second? Okay, I think Mark got there first. And does anybody have any other questions, comments? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
so just to confirm, is there anything different on this roof? I don't know where we landed on the roof.
Is what?
When we come back before the board, is there anything different that this board wants to see with the roof?
Sure, it does meet the guidelines.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm gonna, with the homeowners, I'm gonna go to the building inspector and make sure that he does not have any issues before we come back to the board.
Yeah.
And we'll remedy the window issue and just
Yeah, I don't-
confirm.
I don't think the section is drawn correctly. I'm not positive, but it says 14 and 12. I double check that, you know.
Yeah, I definitely will. And I don't mean to disagree with anybody, but this is a CAD program and it draws it as, I mean,
No.
if it says 412 and 1412, I would assume. But I understand and will confirm that as well at the windows, and then we will see you guys next meeting.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Leslie Parsons.
Yes, I am.
Okay, the next item is Leslie Parsons, Plat 6, Lot 90, application by Susan Bush to install a privacy fence.
Right. Leslie Parsons is my niece. I am a tenant in her house. And my neighbors, the Browns that you just heard, are going to be constructing, putting a structure there. And because of that, they cut down trees that had provided privacy between our two properties. So what I would like to do, ask permission to do, is install a privacy fence. I would like to, there's a stone wall between the properties, and I would like to maintain, I would like to be able to see the stone wall. So the idea, our idea is we would have a post that would come 3 feet off the ground and do lattice panels starting at 3 feet up to 4 feet. So the total would be 7 feet high. This would be pressure treated lumber. And then I would plant trumpet vines to train on that lattice work. I did provide, one of the reasons is that this looks right out of my living room window, looks into their backyard. So that's one of the reasons I would like to, have my view, something that's a little more natural than another house. So I've attached pictures, submitted pictures. If anybody has any questions, Oliver Mott's going to be doing the work, and he is here. Yes. And I don't have, it's a very narrow space, which is, and I don't want to take it all up with a hedge.
Yeah, they have a way of getting out of control
Yeah,
quickly.
well, they're wonderful, but I'm
It
not
also
sure.
hides the stone wall.
And I also don't think I'll live long enough to get a hedge much over 5, 6 feet.
Yeah, trust me, you will. Mansion Road, that stuff grows like bamboo. I can't believe
Well, I
how,
mean, we could all put Japanese knotweed and solve everything, but
well,
I don't want to do that.
that's even worse.
I
Yeah.
think it's a very reasonable request. Yeah,
What color trumpet vine, do you know?
Well, I think the orange one, I
I
want
love
the
the orange.
hummingbirds. I want the hummingbirds.
Good.
And I may hang a birdhouse on there, I mean, something that
You don't need
will be
permission
visually attractive.
for the birdhouse. You
No,
can hang the
No,
birdhouse.
I'm sure I don't.
Well, one never, you know what? One never knows.
Okay.
and what would the lattice be made out of? Oh, not vinyl?
I mean, cypress would be wonderful, but it's just exorbitant. Mhm. Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, what
Yeah.
was, what? I missed something here.
Say it would be loud.
What would be loud?
Oh, no, white. Well, no. Oh, no,
Oh.
not at all.
Gotcha.
This looks pretty straightforward. Anyone have any other questions? I don't think anybody here has any questions, but audience questions, last chance. A motion would be in order.
I'd make a motion that we accept this fencing detail, and it will be a pressure treated wood.
Motion made and seconded. This is the, oh, we're not doing finding of facts. Darn it. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
Thank
so
you.
voted.
Thank you.
Next is Barrett Cotter, which I seem to have lost. How do you do that? Okay, who's here for Barrett Cotter?
Hi, my name is Oliver Mott. I'm here representing Megan Barrett and John Cotter. They're looking to replace the windows, all the windows on their first floor in kind with the existing ones. And then they're looking to change one window above the kitchen sink from a double hung that it is now to a awning, so that it's easier to open and they're not breaking their backs trying to reach over the kitchen sink. So all the windows would be Anderson 400 series. It would be full divided light to match the grill styles that are there. And then the other thing that they wanted to do was replace the French doors in the back of the house with a slider door, because when the door opens that they use, it smashes into the kitchen countertop seating. And if someone's sitting there, then they get hit by a door. So they're looking to avoid that problem with the slider.
Do we have a picture of the door?
It should be in one of the photos attached.
Of
on
the proposed door, you mean?
with-
That's the last page. It's a
No,
French,
the door-
French style.
The door that's there and the proposed door.
The proposed door should be
The proposed-
included with the window quote.
Yeah.
We've
That's
got the
also
proposed
Anderson.
door. I'm talking about the door that's there.
The door that is on the back side, so you have some porch steps leading up to it, I think. I
There's no
believe.
picture of it.
We don't have a picture of it, though. Where? Help me, help me, help me.
Yeah. Thanks,
I
Corey.
don't, oh, I don't
We
have
didn't
that.
get that.
No, I didn't.
No. Oh.
What else are we missing, my girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then lastly, there's the back steps need to be repaired on the porch. So I was gonna replace those exactly how they look now. Just, I need to put new stringers in because they're rotted.
Yeah.
And new deck boards
You're just replacing in kind.
in kind.
So the doors aren't, the sliders aren't gonna look much different.
The size, it should be the same size.
The slide, they're not gonna look much different. than What's there
No,
right now?
No, not really.
I can make a motion. We accept these door and window changes.
Folks, a chance to look at it.
The siding, yep. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
It's,
fun to patch in.
well, it's important. It's detailed. It is busy, isn't
I'll
it?
probably end up having to pull most of the shingles around because I want to put a new pan in below and put the head flash above it.
Can you get those shingles?
They're just painted, so that I'll get the paint color.
No, I mean the
and then-
shape of them.
No, it's just lapping.
Yeah.
You do-
Yeah.
Okay, so the
I
motion,
took down my staging today.
motion is on the floor. All in favor? Mark?
Yes.
Okay. Bill?
Aye.
Eileen? Aye, so voted.
Thank you. Do I need anything else from you guys, or once I get a permit, then I'm good to go?
You'll get a notice from the land use office.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
I'm good.
We all the way, are we up to the high chair already? Losing my agenda. Okay, who's doing the high chair tonight? Hi.
So yeah, we're applying to add a staircase on the first floor deck on the east side.
Okay, you're gonna have to help me because that's like on the way to the west side.
The side facing the Weather Bureau,
Thank you.
yeah. As the project's developed, it's myself and the owners have realized that there's no real easy access into the backyard because that first floor deck, when you come around the back, becomes an elevated deck. So the only way to access the backyard is to walk off the side into the driveway and then come around by the hedges and then down into the backyard. They're also wanting to add an outdoor shower, but with the elevation of the building, it's really hard to find a private location for the shower without putting a roof on it or something for privacy. So the thought was to integrate the shower into the stair system, put it underneath. Take advantage of the privacy that the stair bump out and stairway could provide.
Had to have papers ruffling the microphone. So the stair that you're talking about adding goes off the back porch.
Correct. Off the back porch on the Weather Bureau side.
I don't have a problem with it.
Not, yeah, obviously, I'll.
Oh,
Thank you, thank you. It's not true.
Start things like that. As a motion to approve as presented. It's okay, we've got to do some findings of fact here. This is a historic building. It is lot 5, lot 113, has had more than one location, has had a number of changes over the years. It has been done in keeping with the historic nature of the original. And I think that's all I need to put in here. So I made the motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor, Arlene,
Aye.
Mark?
I thought you said all
Because-
in favor of Arlene.
No, because
I
of the
didn't want to vote for myself.
recording, we're supposed to be doing this on a roll call. Bill? Kay? Mark? Aye, so voted.
Thank you. Good evening.
I guess we don't need it. No, it's fine.
Somebody, you explain to me what's going on here. Explain to us.
Yeah, so evidently, there were some inconsistencies. I'm Mark Butler. I'm the landscape architect for the Lark Hotel. We're talking about the Surfside over there on Dodge Street. Evidently, there were some inconsistencies between what was shown on the architectural drawings and what we had going on landscape wise. I watched the YouTube video. I could tell that there was some confusion associated with that. So we kind of reconvened and got our acts together, and I have a plan in front of you guys now that shows and addresses a lot of the issues that had come up that last time.
Well, the concern was, it was unclear of the elevation of the brick versus the porch.
Yeah,
Is it, it's lower?
can I walk you, I can walk
Yeah,
you through
please.
that.
That would be the best way to
So
go,
as you
please.
come in between the proposed accessory structure and the existing Surfside, you're gonna come in flush with the sidewalk, the existing sidewalk. And that decking and that first floor of the accessory structure, all of that is gonna be the same level at 22, I believe is what it is. There's gonna be 1 7-inch step up onto the existing front porch of the Surfside. And that grade isn't changing. So there was some confusion about that. I think there were just some cross messages about what the ADA structure was going to be. And so now we are all on the same page, that they're all going to be proposed to be the same elevation. And it's very much in keeping with what we had proposed actually a year ago or more.
Okay,
Okay, how about the other side of the?
excuse me, I think I missed I hope I missed a meeting because I don't remember any of this. So you've got the accessory, let me just see if I've got this right. You've got the accessory building, which is being built in the side yard,
Yes,
and that is going to be level with the sidewalk.
that's right.
So the entrance to that building, the porch, the sidewalk, and the first floor of that building will all be the same
All the
elevation.
same.
And then there's just a decking running between the two buildings, is that right?
Between the two buildings, also within the enclosed porch of the accessory structure, that's going to be decking at the same elevation, which is look very much like the existing decking that is in front of the Surfside currently. And then that decking continues on between the two buildings and goes into a back area. There's a little bit of a private seating area there, and then there's also a small enclosure for a shower.
No,
I'm
you,
sorry, where, I don't see that.
So I didn't print out everything that they had submitted before, but none of the architecturals are changing. I did bring some of that stuff. You should have all of this. So on A2.3 and A2.
I don't have that. We only have L1.
These are the drawings that were submitted, back whenever.
at least.
So these are the same drawings that.
Okay, those.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
While we're speaking of shower, just because it was brought up in the last meeting, there was just concern over the drainage. I assume you're just gonna do French gravel, 2 feet. Yeah. Just so it's on record. because there was concern
Again,
from the
that's not-
neighbor.
Except the
us.
neighbor would like it to go to the sewer, and I can understand that because it's not just a residential shower. It's not like you're taking a shower and your family, but it's several families. There's a very heavy usage. There could be a very heavy usage there.
But that's
Spoke to
not,
the engineers.
excuse me, can we stick to what is under our purview? And if there are other issues that belong with other departments and other agencies, let's direct them there. We have a pretty narrow scope here.
Yeah, I mean, our engineer is looking at that and he said we can't go into the sewer. So I mean, that's pretty much just.
You can't.
No. Yeah, bad idea. Yeah, not a great idea. But we will remedy it. There is a shower back there currently off the back of the existing Surfside that gets a lot of use with its current purpose as a employee housing. So that shower is being used constantly. There's also a discharge coming off of the side of Persephone's that dumps into our area. All of that is going to be improved. I think that we're going to do a bang up job making that area look considerably nicer than it looks right now.
Okay, the other thing is the brick the brick that's on the other side of the building.
Mhm.
In my opinion, it should go to the ADA cottage so that they can get to it.
Yeah, so, there's a lot of different hurdles to jump through permitting wise, all sorts of different things, right? So what they want to do is they want to expedite what they can to repurpose this so that they can use it for next year. There might be another bite at the apple for some of the exterior improvements, but that's going to be a whole other submission. And right now, I would say that our ADA access is in keeping with a lot of what's consistent throughout the historic district. I think it's on par with what's going on over at the National. I also think that it's on par with what was approved for the Surf Hotel. And I think and as far as the ADA parking, we've got the parking lot. We're going to keep that preserved as it is.
The National, you can get to it from the back of the building, which is not a problem. You park there and somebody in a wheelchair can go right into the.
You get out, I was just there today, you get out onto Shells. The cross pitch isn't wonderful. And you're going to have the same sort of negotiation from there that you would have to the barn. And we're also proposing at this point, that we're going to actually switch this perhaps to the ADA unit, which will function considerably like it does over at the Surf where we put in that lift.
Okay, I'm going to bring up something else. The porch, I don't think, has the porch come up at all?
The existing porch on
The
the
existing
Surf.
porch, the proposed porch, you're continuing with the enclosed porch? I don't know what the term for that is.
On the Surf, the existing Surf is going to look
Not the Surf Hotel,
the new
whatever we're calling this
accessory
building.
structure.
the accessory building, the Surf
Yeah.
side, is it? I still call it Almeidi's house, but it's shingled.
Yes. She will also look just like the Surf side.
Is that preferred? Is that because it's just the use? Is it?
Thought it kept the street safe, especially considering that's what there is some talk at this point about having that wall. Not stuck with any. So essentially, it's going to look like that, see just small.
Yeah, I guess everything on that street has gone over to that over time.
So what you're saying is that the accessory hotel unit it will probably be the ADA unit. Yeah, and the one in the back will just be another hotel.
Yeah, and we have the flexibility right now, there's some value in keeping both as
Yeah, all you needed would be a pervious paver 3-foot wide walkway.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Well, should we approve it without that?
I don't think that's, I think again, we're not, that's not in our,
Well, it's something.
I mean,
that-
it's, I
the
know
way
you're very
it's gonna look.
passionate about it. I understand that, but you, well, I guess nobody else cares about the porch, so I'll give up on that one. Because those porches have all changed in my lifetime.
Okay.
Those enclosed porch thing, that's
Yeah.
a,
Enclosed, you mean with windows or just that
The half wall.
enclosure?
the half
thing?
wall, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a little bit outside of my wheelhouse. Glenn and NCA had
Yeah.
come up with something that they thought was gonna be in keeping with what
Well,
everyone wanted to
clearly,
see.
nobody else cares.
Yeah.
I just remember when a lot of those were changed
Yeah.
and when they were built.
And to come back to the ADA, I mean, I do understand it's not within the HTC's purview to consider those kinds of things. But before we do anything else, we're happy to come back and do another submission if we touch anything else on there. So for now, it's going to be an exponential improvement to what's there. I think you can walk back there right now and take a look, and you can see what we're proposing to do is just a monumental change for the better. And then if we need to come back and do other things that trigger other permitting, then of course, we're happy to come back here and show you guys that. But right now, we want to leave everything exactly as it is, but make the improvements to the buildings, gain meaningful access to the buildings, and then use the buildings for something better than what they're currently being used now.
So what is this gate?
The one that's between the accessory structure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's just in order to make it, it's recessed back. There's going to be the fencing and the two porches that are semi-enclosed. There's a brick landing there, but we're trying to disincentivize people from feeling that it's a cut through into what otherwise is a private space. So it's stepped back.
No, I mean, guess what kind of gate is it?
Oh,
Was that on other plans? I'm sorry.
so that whole enclosure, that whole privacy fencing on top of the decking, that's 5 1/4 cedar, red cedar to match the cedar shakes that are going on the building. It's also red cedar. There's a 1-inch gap between them on the exterior.
Do you have it?
It's on that, it's not, it's not falling out. That's the one falling out now. So all of these pieces are horizontal, completely 5 1/4
Can I see?
cedar with a 1-inch gap between them. 4 by 4. Back is where the shower is. This faces Persephone's, so this is the view for Persephone's, but from.
So it's
Persephone's-
horizontal 1x5s? Yeah, so it's like a stockade corral. You-
And feedback, of course, if you guys don't like it, now the time, let us know. I think you guys have them just for. Not that hasn't changed, that's been the same for a very.
Well,
long time.
I missed, because everything else was going on.
But from Persephone's, there's a privet hedge and there's the existing fence. Currently, what you're looking at from Persephone's is a 12-foot clump of knotweed. So we're gonna take that out. We're gonna replace that picket fence in kind, and we're gonna plant a privet hedge, which we can work with our neighbor to make sure that's the height that they
Yeah,
would like to see.
to be maintained was noticed.
Yeah. Now, as far as the type of cedar, the horizontal stockade, as Arlene had mentioned, this has been in front of you guys for a long time. To bring it up now is rough. It's just kind of tough to hear it now.
Well,
Oh, look,
we
they're
didn't
all-
know there was a gate there. We didn't see this until the last time.
Well,
and it
we're
was
not talking
unclear.
about the gate. We're talking about. I
The
mean,
gate.
these
We're talking, no,
drawings-
we're talking about, I'm talking about the gate.
Oh.
That's all I'm talking about,
Oh, okay.
the gate.
Okay, yeah, the gate.
I've moved on. I'm only
Oh,
talking
okay,
about the
okay,
gate.
yeah.
I said nobody else cares about the rest of it, so I'll move on to the gate. You know Shirlene's house on the corner, the yellow house?
Yeah.
It has a blue gate on the porch. It's
I'll go
just
look at it.
vertical planking.
Mhm.
It's painted blue.
Okay.
And I don't know, you might want to look at something like that, a little splash of some kind of color.
Sure.
I don't know, how does anybody else think? I'm sorry?
Yeah, something cottagey would be a lot better than corral-y.
Yeah, just, too much wood can just get blech.
No, I agree. I mean, I think that's a wonderful suggestion if we can dress that up. In a
Well, look at
different
it. I mean,
kind of
it's
way.
not dressed up. It's a very plain, it's just a flat. Does anybody know what I'm even talking about?
6 feet.
Oh, 6 feet.
So it's
Well,
right
still work.
between, let's just make sure we're looking at the right gate. The gate
Well-
in between.
The two buildings? That's 6, wait a minute, that's that high? I thought it was like a garden.
Why
gate,
does it
for
have to be
pity's
that
sake.
high?
Oh, you're making it like a door. Don't call it a gate if it's a freaking door.
Yeah, so it's-
Cheapers.
Match the rest of the- again,
Hmm.
that's setback behind the face of the surface.
Yeah, I got all that. I didn't have the height.
Yeah, yeah, and all that is in there. I mean, we're happy with that here.
You made your point, and there was so much else that got missed, which is things that happens.
Header on top, just a door, two posts. Well, it can't be 5 foot. Sure.
Or 4 foot. I don't know why it has to be 6 feet. That's,
It seems high.
That was the thing, not leaving people with their eye on the back side here.
I don't know, you think a solid wall will be clear. What do they, okay, they have one between the Seaside and the Star. Can you help us on that? Tell me what it is. I can't remember. I know, I know. Kids have been doing that for a very long time.
And isn't there one kind of nearby the Mohegan? There's some sort of this like.
Yeah, but that isn't as interesting. The one,
but it's not right on the street.
Here it is.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
The one between the Seaside and the Star is.
Right on the street. There used to be an alleyway. between
Oh,
the
oh,
next
oh.
door.
Yours is a couple feet in. Ours is considerably back. It's the whole distance of the front porch. I could scale it, but I'm gonna say roughly if that's 8 feet.
It's flush
a
with the
good-
front of the new building,
No, it's not flush with
the new building.
it's flush with the new building. It's back 8-9 feet off of the,
No, off of the old porch, not off the old building. It's only off back about 2 feet from the
I was gonna
front
say
face.
off the sidewalk.
Okay, when were they working last winter down there?
I'm sorry?
I thought I might have pictures of it. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Shoot.
an opportunity
So
to do
if-
something great. I do think the clients want to disincentivize people from gawking through there, and there's a nice spot that the guests of the accessory structure are gonna have that's gonna feel very private with a nice little view. We don't want to feel like people are, hey, what are you
Well,
doing?
look
back
at,
there?"
look at between the Seaside and the Star
Seaside and the Star.
downtown.
Yeah, I know my way around. I don't know some of the names. of the
Okay, do you
buildings.
know where the Star Department Store is?
At the top of the hill, when you come off the ferry,
The old grocery store?
Yeah, the old grocery store.
Okay.
Next to that.
Yeah, okay, where the coffee shop is, and then there's the alley that goes
No,
down.
no, we're moving, no, the Seaside, the Star Department Store has the big old glass storefront
Okay, yeah, yeah,
that was completely redone last winter.
Yeah,
I think we got to mention that somewhere because nobody even knows that was redone. They did such a good job.
yeah, yeah.
And I
know
hate
where
the
you're
way
talking.
these things slide around.
Yeah.
People do,
Still after the,
Yeah.
that, by the old grocery store, there is a. I don't know,
Yeah.
wall or whatever.
a gate,
Jenny
Yep.
just put that up.
yeah, I'm sure. Oh,
So
I never thought of that part of it before.
if we took some cues from that and,
Well, look, take a look at it,
Yeah.
because it's not, I think it only, bothers people like people who used to run through there 40, 50, 60 years ago.
Yeah.
But we understand.
okay,
Just to have something that has a little, that's not too enticing, but isn't bleh.
yep, understood.
That's all I have. The whole thing, that's all I have. I think that's pretty good. Took me a while to get there. Took me a while to get you there, but
So
We
what should we do? Approve the concept and ask
Yeah.
to see the gate?
Yep.
Yeah. So I make a motion, we approve the concept and ask you to come back with a nice gate.
can we do the gate administratively?
Yes.
Yeah.
That'd be wonderful, thank you.
And that. Yes, she did. All in favor? Marlene?
Aye.
Bill?
I
Aye.
Thank you,
voted.
guys, appreciate it.
personal note, I can't wait for you guys to do something.
Yeah. I mean,
It's just, it's kind of the last employee housing that 15 years ago, like the back of the National used to go together. Champions going to get, that's kind of the last set of bad employee housing.
Oh, something else is surface.
I've done a lot of work over there.
Agreed. I was looking at it just before I came over. I was like, wow, this is dying for some help. So. Yeah, there's just a lot of different issues that we have to address. I don't think that'll ever come back as on the program.
Which swimming pool?
At one point, we had hoped.
Wait, which one are you talking about?
The one that they put in is not used.
Oh, that's really cool. I saw people in it today.
You just don't know, people don't know it's there.
You can't even see it.
No, I just heard that it wasn't being used.
Oh, no, there was someone in it today. There was a young couple in it with, I think, a kid having fun. There was talk of putting something in between the courtyard. They're still trying to program that. You know?
That's not gonna
We
happen.
don't know what we're gonna do. It was gonna be plunge pool, but yeah, it's kind of problematic. So
Have a water slide.
it just seems like one of those things, you know. You're right there, right? I mean, what the heck?
Yeah.
Why not? Well, thank you
I've
guys so
suggested
very
before.
much. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I just have questions. I just wanted some verification on it, if that's okay. So the first thing, I'm not sure who had said that the windows need to be 2/2. Something.
No, the windows are fine. It's just the size of the windows if they meet code. We want to be sure they do.
Okay, so I had gone over this plan with Tom Reesum,
Uh-huh.
who is the building inspector, and he said this plan was fine to come to HDC because the concern of the HDC is the skin of the building, what it's gonna
Mhm.
look like. And he looked at it and he said that it was fine. I called him not too long ago when, the issues came up with the windows and so forth. And, he just reiterated that fact that he had looked over it. But he's the building inspector.
Keisha, I think, hold on a second. Keisha, so the reason why we wanted to continue it is because Arlene, who's usually dead on this, because that's an egress window, the size is gonna change.
Okay,
Now, maybe, I'm not gonna say one way or another, maybe Tom just missed that's an egress window.
okay,
And our purview is the outside of the building. So if you don't change that with us and then it goes to planning and zoning and the size has to change, then it's gonna get kicked back to us anyways.
okay,
And that's the main reason why we just continue to do it. Because we can approve you and then it goes to them and then you gotta come back to us again anyways.
okay. So to Mr. Valencourt's point earlier, he had raised the point, why can't we be, if the building, if it looks fine and it's just code that we have the issue with, why can't we be approved to start the foundation? Since we're not changing the size of the building and we just want to be able to pour the slab and do all that before the winter kicks in. So can we get like a preliminary approval pending, since the windows are the only issues?
We've done that in the past. It's your gamble. It's the only reason I don't like to do it.
I don't even know if we could be discussing this because we've already.
Well, yeah, we can discuss it. I think it's unfair not to.
Because if you can see, if I can approach you guys, the windows are the exact same. I know technically the sizes are there, but in the pictures that we provided with the existing structure.
Okay,
The windows are the exact.
okay, Keisha,
same.
can we just stick to the foundation only,
Okay.
the slab?
all right.
Because otherwise, this is all gonna be, we're not gonna get settled. tonight here. And I said it's fine for Keisha to talk about the foundation.
Is it our purview to talk about the foundation or is it planning and zoning?
Well, as long as it fits them, yeah.
And I don't think we have to go to zoning because we're within the setbacks. Or there shouldn't be an issue because we're within the confines. We have 1,200 square feet to build in, and this is I'm sorry, 12,000, and this is a 1,200 square foot building.
Well, you have to get, whatever you have to have before you can get a building permit. So I'm not gonna say where you have to go and where you don't have to go, because
Okay.
I'm not positive,
Okay,
but you have to get all the permissions you have to have before you can get a building permit for anything. But well, you want to go back to the slab. Because-
Mark, I think you said sizing and massing, could we approve her for sizing and
Yes.
massing? So that she can.
Do we want to reopen the hearing?
But we don't.
Will we continued? Okay, we're talking about, we've reopened it. No, you're not. All right, okay, I will entertain, I will move that we open this for discussion, continue. We put back on the table the item that was continued to the next meeting for discussion of the foundation only. Motion made and seconded, all in favor, Mark? Kay? Aye. Okay. Covered? Corey? You can't say no, we're covered. No, we just gave ourselves permission to talk about it
Oh, okay,
retroactively.
okay.
So anyone wants to say anything, have at it.
These are gonna be slight changes. I have no problem approving them for citing and massing. Exactly. So if we approve them for citing and massing, not the final product, they can move on.
Massing may change if
It's,
slightly.
I'd rather just go with the slab, because at least that would be the cause the least problems.
It's something that they need to. Practice the slab. One big window for egress, the blue one next to it, it's gotta be.
right.
Now go back to the slab, I say, yes.
Which time you started? That was your.
I'd vote yes for the slab.
So I make a motion, then we approve the, what is it, 20 by 30, is it?
Yes, 20 by 30.
Slab, I show on the plans. You understand, this is only to allow the, provided that it meets all the other zoning requirements. Just a caveat, we should have every motion we do.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll put forth a motion to approve the slab 20 by 30, Dwayne and Keisha Brown. Plat 6, lot 87, fire number 461.
Second? Mark?
Aye.
Aye. Okay,
Thank you so much.
thank you. Thank you for your persistence.
Do we just, approve the minutes?
Hi, Izzy.
That's that's the other Izzy. My little Izzy
know,
was great.
that's what surprised me.
Thanks so much. Does anyone read the minutes? You want to just table those till next month? I read them.
Are they okay, Arlene? I do, but they're. this isn't in my town email, that's what's confusing me. Was I even at that meeting? I don't know.
You are not.
I was just concerned about the next door neighbor, concerned about the runoff from the shower. It's right next to it.
No, for Stephanie's is actually, go back and look at the zoning files, you find
Minutes look good to me.
what should be there and shouldn't be there.
Misquoted
It's
out
there.
of context.
This was It's back on Mary, you know, something. Motion on the minutes,
I'm the motion that we accept the minutes.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
So voted. We out here now, we leave here, Cory,
Motion to adjourn.
all in favor? Aye,
Aye.
so adjourned.
What did we do?
What, Rich?